Fabrizio Romano says that the £30 million star Arsenal wants could be one of the big surprises this summer, and the £51 million player that Arsenal was a big favourite to sign has just rejected Mikel Arteta. Stay with me until the end of the video to understand everything happening behind the scenes at the Emirates Stadium. Love Arsenal as much as we do? Then don't wait another second, subscribe to our channel now and be the first to know everything about the Premier League's greatest team. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of true Gunners fans. Now, let's jump into today's top news. Fabrizio Romano has suggested that one player linked with a move to Arsenal this summer could spring one of the surprises of the transfer window, as he is looking set to leave his current club. Arsenal are looking for the final pieces in the jigsaw as they attempt to get across the line in the Premier League title race, and midfield is one of the areas Mikel Arteta is looking to strengthen. Arsenal are interested in the likes of Luiz and Bruno Guimaraes amid speculation Thomas Partey could leave the Emirates over the coming months. But the Gunners are also looking outside the Premier League. Arsenal are one of the sides interested in £30 million rated Monaco star Youssouf Fofana. Arsenal target Youssouf Fofana set to move this summer. Fofana has scored 4 goals and contributed 4 assists in League One this past season. And, while he did not mention Arsenal, Fabrizio Romano has suggested on his YouTube channel that all signs are pointing to Fofana being on the move this summer. An important player to watch in the summer transfer window is also Youssouf Fofana, the French national team midfielder for Monaco. He was on the list for Manchester United and Inter last summer, end of August, but Monaco said no to all of the approaches, he said. He's out of contract in 2025, same as Alphonso Davies, but with a difference. Youssouf Fofana is not even negotiating a new contract with Monaco, and the expectation of those close to the player, and the expectation of Monaco is for Youssouf Fofana to leave the club this summer. So Youssouf Fofana can really leave the club. What's going to happen? There is interest from Italy, there is interest from England, there is interest from Germany, so several clubs are keeping an eye on Fofana. There is movement on him, keep an eye on this player, it could be one of the surprises of the summer transfer window. The 25-year-old may make the most sense for Edu and Arteta if Arsenal are hoping to make a number of signings in the transfer window. Bruno Guimaraes could cost as much as £100 million, while Aston Villa are preparing for a Champions League campaign, so they are hardly going to be willing to let Luiz leave on the cheap. Monaco will be holding out for as much as possible for Fofana, but his contract situation means that they are not in the strongest position. Arsenal fans may have reservations about their club not going for their top targets this summer, given how close they came to beating Manchester City to the title. But the club's hierarchy may feel Fofana's contract presents an opportunity too good to turn down. One of Mikel Arteta's key summer transfer targets has just rejected a move to Arsenal. Arsenal have been linked with a move to sign Martin Zubimendi for a long time. The Gunners need reinforcements in midfield this summer. Only Declan Rice and Jorginho are guaranteed to stay. Mohamed Elneny has announced his departure, while Thomas Partey could leave too. Arteta is keen to sign a new midfielder, and reports claimed in April that Arsenal are the great favourites to sign Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. The Spaniard was viewed by many as the perfect fit in Arteta's system, and Arsenal staff were fully behind signing Zubimendi this summer. However, Spanish outlet Sport shares some bad news for fans of the Emirates Stadium club. The report claims that Zubimendi has ruled out the possibility of signing for Arsenal, who were ready to trigger his £51 million release clause. Arteta and Edu believe the midfielder will only leave Real Sociedad to sign for either Barcelona or Real Madrid this summer. That complicates things for Arsenal, as Arteta really wanted to sign Zubimendi. Arsenal turn attention to 4 midfielders after Zubimendi blow. Zubimendi would have been a great option for Arsenal, but the Gunners have to look elsewhere now. Arteta needs to decide whether he wants a defensive midfielder who would allow Declan Rice to push forward or a left-sided number 8. The report, after revealing that Zubimendi has rejected Arsenal, has named the 4 midfielders Arsenal are thinking about signing. They are Benfica's João Neves, Newcastle United star Bruno Guimaraes, Aston Villa's Luiz, and also Everton's Belgian powerhouse Amadou Onana. It will be interesting to see who Arteta will pick among the above. Arsenal ready to move for one of the most exciting young fullbacks around. The Gunners took the Premier League title battle to the final day of the 2023-24 campaign, testament to the good work carried out by Mikel Arteta. And this summer, Arsenal will be keen on strengthening their foundations further in pursuit of a first title in over 20 years. Now, a report has emerged claiming the Gunners are eyeing a 21-year-old who has been deemed one of the most exciting young fullbacks around. The player in question is Feyenoord left-back Quilentje Hartman, who has been going from strength to strength in Dutch football. According to the Telegraph, Arsenal are ready to enter the race for Hartman, a player who Gunner scouts have been admiring. The 21-year-old is seen as a player who could make the jump to English football and is highly regarded by Premier League clubs, added the report. Hartman is currently recovering from a serious knee injury suffered in March which has sadly ruled him out Euro 2024 and will see his rehabilitation run into next season. The report claims that Arsenal are likely to be among the clubs closely watching his comeback, with the Gunners looking at strengthening his defense long-term. Who is Arsenal target Quilentje Hartman? Hartman began his football journey with VVGZ and Excelsior before linking up with the Feyenoord Academy in 2010. He rose through the ranks and reached the first team in 2022, becoming a key player for the Rotterdam side in the process. Hartman has made 71 appearances to date for Feyenoord, registering 2 goals and 11 assists in all competitions. In terms of Hartman's style of play, Serbian Football Scout described him on X as a warrior defensively and lauded his creative ability. Quilentje Hartman, 22, LB, still largely going under the radar, when he's one of the most exciting young fullbacks right now, he added. Hartman was hailed as a talented left-back with attacking qualities, a nice kick, a decent cross and reasonable speed by former Feyenoord defender Jan Evers in 2023. Meanwhile, Wesley Sneijder told Six in the same year, "That was a great move by Hartman. That's great. He was the man of the match for me. We will see Hartman back in the Dutch team in a few months, 100%. Exclusive, why Jakub Kiwior might make shock Arsenal exit amid Serie A interest. HITC football transfer expert Graham Bailey has now exclusively stated that star Jakub Kiwior could end up making a surprise exit this summer, just 18 months after arriving from Spezia. Bailey has now revealed that Kiwior's previous attachment to Serie A, as well as the lack of pathway to more game time, could see him make a somewhat unexpected departure from Arsenal. Kiwior's done well, but I don't think he's settled that well. I think his heart is in Italy. The likes of Milan want him, some big clubs want him there. It wouldn't surprise me if Kiwior goes back there, purely because the size of clubs who want him. He loves playing in Italy, Bailey explained. It's not that Kiwior isn't good enough, he's a player who Arsenal like a lot. But I don't think he's in the mood to serve as a third-choice left-back at the moment. He's probably progressed into first-team material quicker than Arsenal thought. Is he quite ready to challenge Gabriel yet? Probably not, but if the opportunity is there to go and play regularly for someone like AC Milan, it will be hard to convince him to stay. What did Arsenal have planned when they signed Jakub Kiwior? Kiwior arrived out of the blue in January 2023, but did not initially feature much despite a key injury to William Saliba which ultimately derailed Arsenal in the title race. He was linked with a move to AC Milan in January, after struggling for minutes in the first half of the campaign, but his increased game time from February until April saw him play a big role in the title challenge, and become a more prominent member of the first team. Arsenal may have envisaged Kiwior slowly developing into a long-term centre-back option to provide cover for Gabriel Magalhaes, as well as someone who could also play on the left in an emergency, and he may have accepted this role before. However, he may now expect to appear more next season, and this is unlikely to happen. Arteta may not have planned for Kiwior to start on the left against opponents as tough as Bayern. His inability to play an inverted role meant that Ben White had to do so on the other side for a sustained period. Kiwior's struggles against Leroy Sane felt like a turning point for him, as his run in the team came to an end. With Arsenal potentially targeting a new left-back such as Joral Hato or Ferdi Kadioglu, it seems likely that Kiwior will be the one to make way, as he will get to play regularly and Arsenal should receive a substantial fee for someone who will have limited opportunities next season. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.